is our health editor, Hugh Pym. And I remember sitting here with you 2 months ago, and 20,000 was going to be a good figure. It's now double that, almost double that.
Yes, Sophie, it was Sir Patrick Vallance, the government's chief scientific advisor, who said early on that 20,000 deaths would be a good outcome, although still horrible. Now, that 20,000 mark was passed in late April. Here we are in early June, on the verge of getting to 40,000, though not quite yet. So let's look at the detailed data presented at the Downing Street media briefing on the number of deaths confirmed for those with a positive test around the UK. And you can see the number coming down fairly steadily. The 7-day rolling average, that's that line, has started falling again. That number of new daily reported deaths, 176, is relatively low. But moving on to hospital data, you get a slightly more ominous picture. The top graph there is the estimated new daily admissions with COVID-19 in English hospitals, and actually it's ticked up a little bit. That figure of 505 new daily admissions, the highest since the end of May. The lower chart is patients on ventilators in intensive care around the UK. That line is still falling. So in conclusion, I think what we see here, things are pointing tentatively in the right direction, but you can see why health officials, scientific advisors are extremely cautious about exactly where things go.
Thank you. And let's take a look at some of today's other news now. And the Business Secretary, Alok Sharma, who appeared in the Commons yesterday looking ill, has tested negative for coronavirus. Mr. Sharma went into self-isolation after his appearance at the dispatch box. He's said to be doing well and working from home. New figures from the Office for Budget Responsibility suggest that the cost of the UK's emergency spending and tax cuts intended to soften the economic hit from coronavirus will add up to £133 billion. This is a £10 billion increase on its previous estimate. There's also been a further collapse in car sales. Boris Johnson has told a global vaccine summit being hosted by the UK that finding a coronavirus inoculation will require cooperation on a scale beyond anything we have ever seen before. The summit of more than 50 countries and donors is aiming to raise £6 billion for the vaccination of children. In Scotland, the coronavirus